What's up, guys? MainManSWE here, hoping you're all doing awesome as always. A lot of amazing Tekken 8 news lately, and now IGN, hello Cracker, they had early access to the Tekken 8 beta ahead of us, passionate fans, but oh well, we wait a few more days. So it's IGN Tekken 8 closed beta test first impressions, and apparently, word on the street is they really like the game. And to be honest, after I saw that preset video, I was already so hyped for the game, but I'm like, it's looking like perfection to me right now. And I know I'm biased, but still, it's like they're nailing every single thing they knew they had to fix after Tekken 7. And with a new big budget, you know. And all of the game modes that are revealed so far, I'm like, how does this game not succeed? Like, seriously.
The tastiest drink in the world is coffee or nothing, says Azucena, Tekken's newest character.
Will Borger!
I'll teach you of the majesty that is tea, Lily shoots back. It's a dialogue exchange that only happens when these two characters go head-to-head, and in this case, it's appropriate. Tekken producer Michael Murray is drinking coffee and playing Azucena. I'm drinking tea and playing Lily. Michael destroys...
Oh, he played against him. Sick. So this was a press event.
I don't often play Lily, and Michael is, unsurprisingly, a very good Tekken player. But even though I lost that match,
most likely, he's a juggernaut, and you can tell by the sound of that rank, that's a big boy rank. Juggernaut.
Naturally, I switched to Azucena.
I just love that in Tekken now. Grandmaster. In any other game, it's like, oh, he's top 1%. But in Tekken, oh no, he's bottom 95%.
Next match. I'll never give up on T, but there's nothing wrong with switching characters, right? Like every other character I played in Tekken 8, she was a lot of fun.
Oh, that outfit.
Let me back up a little.
Yeah, again, when I say it's looking like perfection, like these outfits. All the game modes, the graphics, heat system, the new gameplay, it's like... January can't come fast enough. And I feel it every time I play Tekken 7, I just feel it. I know there's a game out there right now in this series that's probably twice as good as the game I'm playing currently. But it drops in January.
I was at Bandai Namco's office in Irvine, California for 2 days last week. And much of that time was spent playing Tekken 8, talking to Michael Murray about Tekken 8, and playing Tekken 8 while talking to Michael Murray about Tekken 8. We were throwing down an early version of the Tekken 8 closed beta test that folks can get their hands on from October 20th to 23rd. That dialogue exchange between Lily and Azucena is just one of the many examples of the defining quality that seems to run through Tekken 8. Attention to detail. The first place you'll notice this is the graphics. There are a lot of beautiful fighting games these days, but the Unreal Engine 5 powered Tekken 8 might be the prettiest of them all. You'll notice the attention to detail in...
Yeah, I gotta say, like, I'm sorry, but I feel like MK1 actually was a little bit underwhelming. Don't get me wrong. Technically, it's a really well-made game. You can tell there's a huge budget. They use the latest state-of-the-art technology. But I feel like the leap from MK11 to MK1 wasn't that big. MK11 still surprisingly holds up well. Beautifully made models, the shading, the lighting. The leap from MK11 to MK1 wasn't that big. And one thing I've always felt with Tekken 8 is that it's debatable in your opinion. I think aesthetically Tekken 8 is more pleasing. The color palette, the way everything looks. MK1 was a little bit dour to me, but technically it's up there. But as soon as the camera starts moving around, Tekken 8 is so much more dynamic and pleasing to look at. MK1 with the static camera and the janky animations, it's just like, in-game, Tekken 8 looks better. And again, don't get me wrong, anytime MK1 goes into a fatal blow cinematic, obviously it's AAA, right? But when it's in-game, I gotta say, Tekken 8 looks better, and I think Tekken 8 looks better than Street Fighter 6. So it's just so cool to see a Tekken game yet again when the graphics are really pushing it.
everything. From the way the environments break when characters smash into them, to how some stages move from day to night between rounds. The urban square stage looks like you could stumble across it while wandering around Midtown Manhattan. And then, of course, there's the way the characters get dirty and beat up as they get hit and knocked down. After one match, Nina's wedding dress, one of the 4 costumes that she and every other character brings to the CBT, had gotten wet and dirty as we played. Speaking of characters, there are 19 of them in the closed beta test. 16, Jin, Kazuya, June, Paul, Law, King, Lars, Xiao Yu, Shaq 8, Nina, Asuka, Leroy, Paul Rang, Lily, Brian, and Claudio return from the closed network test.
I do want to see what Assassin is about.
Fing Wei and Raven, who return from Tekken 7 and Tekken 6, respectively, and Azucena Milagros Ortiz Castillo, who is new for Tekken 8. Every character in Tekken 8 feels great, and things have changed a little bit since the CNT. I played every character, but naturally gravitated back to Leroy, who was my main the first time around.
You fucking scrub!
But I also got more comfortable with June and Jin, played around with Asuka, and even made some strides with King. Part of my improvement was familiarity, but part of it was also special style, which assigns most of the character's moveset to one of the 4 face buttons. Special style was in the CNT, but the version here feels much better. Multiple moves are now assigned to square, which...
Yeah, they improved greatly on special style. And again, it's nothing I'm going to use, but this is a big thing these days for simplifying fighting games, getting casuals a little bit more interested in the game. And it's like modern style, obviously, in Street Fighter, which has been widely loved, actually. I'm surprised how many people speak highly of modern. So they're really trying to... I mean, you can tell Bandai Namco and Tekken Studio are walking in the footsteps of Street Fighter in many ways with Tekken 8. And, you know, they're trying to mimic modern here.
Which performs a character's signature moves, and circle, which is used for lows and throws, courtesy of pressing the button you want in either down, right, or left. That means
it is obviously, however, an issue in how they balance it. Like, for example, Kazuya in a special style, he has a 1-button electric, not a wind god fist. On electric. So how do you balance that? The way they've currently done it is that there are a few frames of delay. So it's not flawlessly executed, right? But still, it's like, should he really have an electric there?
A lot more moves for each character. Since Cross gives you access to your Power Crush, and Triangle gets you a launcher and a follow-up combo if you continue to press that button, you can essentially play entire matches in special style if you want to. What really makes special style, well, special, is that you can switch it on and off at will. That means veteran players can get something out of it too. I often found myself playing normally in neutral situations and then switching to special style to do combos or punish when I needed a big hit, and it worked. After you launch your opponent with triangle...
I don't know if I agree with being able to jump between the 2 modes. They're doing it for a reason, but I don't know.
You can do 3 different combos. Your standard combo, which is done by repeatedly pressing triangle. A combo with more wall carry, where you'll press square. Or a combo with circle, which gives you a more advantageous knockdown. And you can also add delays to the combo to make custom routes. Kazuya, for instance, can delay his triangle combo to add more electric wind god fists. A combo that you can do normally, too. Of the newcomers to the CBT,
except normally it takes years of work.
3 of them are fun,
yes.
Whether you're hitting people with Raven Shadow clones or Fing's outrageous damage. Azucena's got a stance that allows her to evade high attacks, several powerful kicks, good strings with exciting frame trap possibilities, and very satisfying sides.
And word on the street, according to Hello Cracker, is that they've removed Kazuya's electric links. You can't combo with that anymore. It doesn't hurt that
she's sporting some of the best fits in the game either. It's that attention to detail thing that Tekken 8 does so well. The closed beta test also brings a new stage, Ortiz Farm, to the 5 we saw in the CNT, making for 6 total. It's a 3-level stage. Alpacas wander around the top level, but if you manage to break the floor and get to the bottom, you'll find yourself in what looks like a temple covered in gold. Splat your enemy onto the wall here, and you'll see one of Tekken 8's newest additions, wall launches, which do exactly what the name implies, shooting your foe into the air and allowing you to continue combos and get extra damage, adding an additional wrinkle to stage selection and how characters play in the areas where it shows up. Ortiz Farm is the only stage with wall launches in the CBT, but
I don't
every
believe this
stage
guy's
is
a Leroy main. He
gorgeous.
hasn't key
Whether I was
charged
watching
once.
the sunset in Urban Square,
Keeping it
admiring the
respectful with
arena,
Murray.
or my personal favorite, marveling at the water in Yakushima, I always notice something new each time we played a stage. That goes for the gameplay too. Everything about Tekken 8 just feels right. The way characters react when they're hit, the sound effects when you hit a launcher, how the stages break when characters are knocked into the environment, and even the amount of pushback on a powerful move combined to make a game where everything feels just the way you'd expect. And then there are smaller changes that show Tekken Project is listening to player feedback. Want to map inputs to L3 and R3? Now you can. Worried that heat bursts and heat dashes could be used together to create combos that were too long and too damaging? That's been changed. Visual effects making combat hard to read.
I love it. He actually mentions that. Yeah, we don't want overlong combos. It didn't work for Tag 2. It's not gonna work for Tekken 8. I love it he brings that up, but they removed that.
And players have more options if they want to make tweaks in the menus. There's more, of course, but as someone who played the closed network test until I was literally kicked off the servers, and played the CBT until Bandai Namco literally took the machine away, I can say the changes were noticeable.
Wait, did Cassius Tomic
until Bandai Namco literally took the machine away?
No, that's
the
just
servers,
a counter.
And played the CBT until Bandai Namco literally
that's the normal
took the machine away. I can say the changes were noticeable, and for the better. I came away from Tekken 8's CBT incredibly impressed, and I'm counting down the days until I can play more of it. If I had to sum everything up, though, I'd paraphrase what Leroy says when he wins a match. Accept all, chase none. There are a lot of impressive fighting games out there, and you can't go wrong with any of them. Tekken 8 may be the newest kid on the block, but it isn't chasing anyone. From what I can tell so far, it's running at the head of the pack. Stay tuned to IGN all October long for more exclusive
he actually goes that far.
Stay tuned to one. From what I can tell so far, it's running at the head of the pack. Stay tuned to
yeah, fuck me, he's not impressed.
Anyone. From what I can tell so far, it's running at the head of the pack.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's like, yeah, I'm a bit biased as I'm the biggest Tekken fan on planet Earth, but it's looking pretty fucking good. Like, seriously, we're nailing the single-player content. We're nailing the online competitive content. Presentation is fucking godlike. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, the more I get to hear about this game, the more it gives me an erection. Even a 38-year-old. But so, awesome review by the IGN guy. Really cool. Hope you guys enjoyed my little commentary on it. And have a great day.